Hello everyone, welcome back. Last recording for the year for the podcast, and we're going out with a fucking bang. We have with us today, exciting guests. I've been looking forward to this one since we've planned it. Should be pretty good fun. We're talking heaps of different things today. We have with us WorldGoneMaad. WGM,
yeah.
Welcome to the episode. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the interview.
It should be good. We're going to get into a lot of fun stuff today. Some history stuff and also some upcoming season stuff. First of all, while it's hot off the palate, I've been reading in the Discord. WGM's on a side quest right now. He's proving Academy isn't real. Give me some rundown of that.
I don't know, man. It's just a hater in me, man. Somebody posted like a graphic, said like one of the most invites handed out for worlds last year was from the Obelisk tournaments. And I seen that, and I've been out for blood ever since. So I haven't been in that server ever since the 3v3, where my deck list got leaked, and nobody really did anything about it. So I left that server, ain't been there since. But now I'm back. I'm playing. I just won one of the Sliffers. I'm in the finals of another one. We gonna try to make it all the way up to Obelisk. If they do give me that invite, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not taking it. That's part of my plan. It's an undeserved invite from how I see it. So I'ma just go in there. I'm just doing it for the love of the game, man. For the love of the hate, for the love of the blood. So if I do fuck around and win an invite, I'm not taking it.
I was in tears when I was reading the chats earlier. I was just like, that's the fucking funniest thing I've ever read. Scores the invite and then just, I'm not taking it. Fucking oath.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking about writing a little memoir of why I'm not taking it, why it's not competitive, why I'm refusing a earned invite, and why I think it's not a competitive entity. At least how it is right now. I'm not saying it can't or it needs to go away or anything like that. I'm just saying like some things need to be changed, because I'm already seeing it. I've only been in here a couple days. I'm already seeing things. I got a lot of notes.
I'm excited to watch it come out. You should have to get one of the Exiled Force forums back out and do a write-up on it. That'll be a good read.
Oh yeah, man. I've been meaning to bring out the blog back out, man. I ain't been too inspired to write nothing lately.
Oh, that's fair. I love that old forum, or the blog. I actually linked one to a teammate recently. One of the old CC ones.
Oh yeah. I mean, most of that stuff is pretty outdated, I would say. But there's a lot of good information. There's a lot of good, like, I kept most of them short and sweet, but I tried to at least explain like my mindset, the way I process things, the way I take things, the way I look at things, and then I react to them. So there's a lot of good information still, even though I would say most decks, most cards, tech, side decks, most of that stuff is like outdated as of today.
That's okay. Still some good reads in there. So you've been, obviously, you're one of the veterans of the game. You've been around for a long time. How long have you been playing Goats?
Oh yeah. Man, I was playing Ghost when it came out. I was in the locals and the regionals 2005, but I started playing in 2017, like actual competitively online. Before that I was playing Hearthstone, and then that game kind of died after like my favorite format, Patron Warrior, and I wasn't really feeling it no more. And then one of my homies told me, because I thought online Yu-Gi-Oh was dead. DN got canceled, or they got hit with a cease and desist or whatever. I thought it was gone. Then one of my homies told me about Dueling Book, and I went on there and I saw that they had a GOAT format ladder. Started playing there. Eventually made my way over to the Duelist Grounds Discord. And I've always known about Duelist Grounds, but I was never really an active player or an active community member for them. But I don't even remember. Somebody linked me to the Duelist Grounds Discord, and then I hopped on there, and they were doing some competitive Ghost stuff. So I started getting into it, and then I ain't really turned back since. It's been all Goats. I dropped every other game I played, really. It's been all goats ever since. That's kind of like, it's my little hobby, how I, kill the time.
Yes, it's one of those games that's awfully addictive. Awfully addictive.
It's nostalgia, man.
Oh yeah,
and I'm a nostalgia addict for real. Anything nostalgic, it just like takes me, captures me.
Oh, it reminds me. I was on my phone earlier, and the missus sent me a reel off Instagram, and it was like how we used to live in the 2000s, and it was just a bunch of footage from kids in the 2000s, and it was, Halo on the big box TVs and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and computers over.
Yeah, all that shit. Yes, everything. I'm a retro head for real. So that's that's one of the best things about Go format to me. It's just take us back to when the world still made sense, man. Before the world went mad. Feel me?
Yeah. When did the world go mad for you, man? Was it the COVID era?
Oh man, bro, I don't know. As soon as I was old enough to start seeing things for what they are, the world's been mad, bro. The internet's always been mad, bro.
Yep. This is a direction, an unplanned direction, but I'm sure it's a rabbit hole we could dig into for hours. This one.
yeah, definitely could.
Oh man. Now WGM. This is sort of a follow-up episode, so you might have seen the recent History Online Goats episode I did with Oracle. We're speaking about some of the real.
Yeah, I seen the one you did with Oracle. I ain't watched the whole thing though. But yeah, I seen it. I liked it. I was like, that's why I hit you up. It said me next.
Yeah, man, and it's Oracle was in that earlier phase. We were talking some modern stuff as well, but I think we'll be able to have a real good dig into what's happened basically since 2017 onwards. And from my understanding,
yeah, Oracle is old school. So he gave you all the game from before the retro renaissance or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Of 2016 to 2017.
It was real good. There was a lot of names, a lot of teams I'd never even heard of. It was awesome. I felt like I was there in the time after that episode.
Yeah, and Warren kind of existed back then too. It wasn't like the same kind of, it wasn't really the same thing we got going on now. But peoples was collabing, teaming, and they was playing against each other.
And I love it. I believe it's the best way to play. Like I reckon if War League didn't exist, I probably would have put the cards down a while ago. War League's just hit the fucking.
It's 100% the best way to play.
Yep, you can't beat it. And from my
I was kind of disappointed how just the entire concept of teams was just lost. Like they didn't exist. Like 2018, like they existed in Duelist Grounds a little bit, the Duelist Grounds Discord, people were kind of teaming up, but there wasn't no real teams. Like those were like online teams for a specific purpose, but there wasn't really like an Overdose. Overdose wasn't playing at that time. Rampage, they weren't playing at that time. And the entire concept of a team was lost, and then that's a big part of the competitive aspect of playing. That's most of the fun. So that's when I created LRG. There was like no teams existed at the time, so I created Lifted Research Group. It was me, FDS, Mark, got Moxies, Lucas, Wink, Dill involved, RIP Dill. And like we was doing the thing. We was bringing teams back to the format, and then people started to take notice. We was really competitive. We were topping everything, winning everything, blocking each other from winning invites. Who was doing it the right way. And then people started noticing, and then them teams started to come back. You would notice like team sweep started appearing. Damage Step came back. Damage Step was like a Duelist Grounds only team. They came back. Rampage showed itself. Overdose came back. And I felt like, I was a big part of bringing all that stuff back to the format because it really was lost. It was starting to get away from us.
Hell yeah. And from my understanding, the timeline has sort of went DGZ, which is DGZ Duelist Grounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it went DGZ to FL for a little bit, the format library. And then officially went into the league where we're at now. So let's have a look at DGZ.
Exactly.
If someone wasn't around at the time, like myself, how did it all work there? There was Warren happening there. I think the early stages of Warren. Some cool stuff happened there, like DMG and the 400s rivalry. Give us a run through of that period.
Yep, that's exactly where that rivalry started. Damage Step versus the 400s. It started in the DGZ Discord, and it's been going strong ever since. Hate each other.
The chats have been fun.
But yeah, if you never, it's I'm a fucking hater, man. I take fucking enjoyment out of fucking talking my shit and fucking with people a little bit. It ain't never too serious, but if I can't talk shit, if I can't do that type of stuff, what I'm gonna play for, man? It's like that's how my competitive spirit even comes out. Like, gotta have an enemy, man. Gotta talk shit, or else what's the point? I don't know. I grew up on fucking sports games, fighting games, Madden, 2K, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and like all them communities talk hella shit. That's all we do. We talk shit while we're playing, talk shit when we're not playing. I don't know. That's just how it's fun to me. So I ain't never gonna stop.
Oh, I agree.
But yeah,
aspect of the game it is. I have personal beliefs. I know some people are a little bit against it, but I don't know, a bit of shit talking is healthy, I believe.
Yeah, man, there's no point. I wouldn't play this game if I couldn't bring out my true competitive spirit like that. Like talking shit, it brings the best out of people. Sometimes it'll bring the worst out of people, but you gotta it just depends on how you take it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
If you gotta have some backbone. If you got some backbone, you can take that shit talk and, even if it's against you, even if you feeling bad about it, you can take it, you can flip it around. Makes you be more competitive, makes you want to do more, makes you want to, actually prove the haters wrong or whatever. So you could be the one talking shit.
100%. And I think even on a personal level, it was good. I liked that aspect of War League. I came in my first season and got fucking smoked by everyone. I was like 3-9 or something. Everyone's talking, Oz is fucking, Oz is shit. Their players are shit. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, fuck you guys. I'm going to come back and do well, and I've been able to turn that around the last couple of seasons.
Yes, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. But yeah,
I would say to answer your question, my bad. Go ahead.
No,
I cut you off.
Yeah, so how'd the Warren work back there?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So if you've never been around on the Duelist Grounds days, DGZ, the Discord, or even the forum, before the Discord even came out, before there was even Discord, it was a forum. So the essence, what it meant to be, what it was for a little bit, was high level discussions at all times. It was just, they were about business, just high level discussions, refining decks, refining formats, just every little card, every little interaction, just everything. Everybody was on business. And if you came in there talking that casual shit, you would get ran out. They would gun you for it. It wasn't really meant for the casual minded player. That's not really what it was about. What it ended up turning into, I would say, is, something that I really didn't want to be a part of. But the Discord was around and they were doing competitive Go format stuff. So I hopped in the Discord and they were doing tournaments. They were warring. Teams were being formed. And it's not exactly what we got going on here. It was more like, I don't know, it was fucking chaos. It was free for all. You make a team. You guys are playing Hearts format. Basically, you could just challenge anybody in the Discord on the opposing team, and they could either agree or disagree or refuse to war you. And if you happen to get somebody who agreed, y'all would play, and then the team that loses all their hearts, all their lives, they lose the war. And they kind of kept track of it like a league, but it wasn't as organized, as official as we're doing in the War League right now. But that was how 400 got created. That was how Damage Step got created. My first, not my first team, but before 400s, before I started leading my own teams, I was on Damage Step, believe it or not.
Oh man, is that how is that where the rivalry stemmed?
Oh yes, that's exactly where it stems from.
Oh man, you got to give me...
I was on the team, so it started in format library. So the DGZ Discord, that shit turned into chaos. Like, there were just... People think War League is toxic, man. Ain't got nothing compared to what was going on in the DGZ Discord. That shit was just crazy. Like, just racism, all type of just terroristic activity. That's the only word I could use to describe it, man. Them dudes was terrorists in there.
Oh, man.
But Jazz... he wanted to move away from that. He wanted to do something. He wanted to bring that competitive aspect of the format into something that didn't really have that DGZ name attached to it. So that's where Format Library came into play. He had his website, he had his Discord, and he created the FLC, the Format Library Championship. So how me and Damage Step fell off was MMF, the leader of Damage Step, was also a mod, a judge, an admin on the FL staff. So I was in the finals of the first ever FLC, the first ever Format Library Championship. I was in the finals. I was getting hate the whole time. People, you know, the bleed overs from Duelist Grounds. I was just getting so much hate. The staffs were getting irritated, not by me, but like the people who were just creating problems out of nowhere. It was just problem after problem after problem. Every opponent, no matter if I beat them, oh, he's slow playing. I'm not slow playing. I'm playing control. You know, slow decks. You know, I'm decking you out. So I was decking people out the whole tournament. But anyways, I got to the finals, played against another person from the DGZ Discord. Back then I was playing on my phone. It wasn't too good. It was glitchy a little bit. And I did glitch. And my opponent I don't know, he just went ballistic. He complained to the staff. He complained. He just was like, oh, I don't want to play against you, all type of stuff. And the judge of that tournament at the time, Giannis, basically he disqualified me. And I was like, what the fuck you mean? You can't disqualify me. I proved that it's a glitch. You know, I showed him the screenshot. Everything was on the up and up. My shit glitched. So we got to run this back. We got to play this finals back. And so basically what they were saying is it was a unanimous decision among staff members to disqualify me. And unanimous meant that the leader of my own team was part of this group. So I'm like, unanimous, brought that back to the team chat. We had our falling out. I said, you know what? I'm out of here.
Dang.
Left the team, made my own team. That's where the 400s came from. 400s, LRG, it's all the same entity. 400s actually came first. Some people think LRG came first, but the first ever team I made was the 400s.
And the 400s have been featured in a lot of the recent years of War League. So you stood the test of time there. This year,
oh yeah,
one of the first, last year and last season, this season, the first 2 seasons we haven't seen them, which we'll get into later. But yeah, there you go. Now, how did that progress? Because from outside looking in, you and MMF are all on good terms these days.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we on mutually respected terms, I would say.
Oh, I love it.
We got our good days, we got our bad days. That's the relationship. That's always been a relationship. If I'm gonna keep it 100, we got our good days, we got our bad days. You know, I respect that, man. I respect them completely. But you know, I like to talk. I'm a shit talker, man. I'm a fucking hater. So if I see an easy target, I'm gonna take it, especially one that I got bad blood going all the way back to 2017. So I kind of been out for blood for Damage Step, and you know, so my guy been taking it a little personal these days. But you know, it's all love at the end of the day. I don't mean no real harm.
It makes good sense, and everybody knows MMF and WGM. There are 2 people that aren't afraid to speak their mind. So it's when you're reading these conversations, we're obviously getting we get to see the new people read it and they're like, what is going on? But guys, there's years of relationship built there. They're allowed to get into each other.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's years. Like some of y'all just haven't even been playing this format for as long as we known each other.
Exactly. Yes, that's I'm one of them for sure. I started in COVID, which is why I've been getting great enjoyment.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did.
Oh yeah, sitting at home bored as hell, and you're just like, oh yeah, find some Yu-Gi-Oh, and then you get stuck into it. On this note, FL. So FL, DGZ moved to the format library. Jazz wanted to build his own thing.
Yeah.
Toxicity.
Basically, the competitive aspect of Go format moved there. I wouldn't say DGZ moved there.
Yeah, got you. So it's sort of a complete new, new seed that grew. FL's still around today, and falling out. So this is where War League sort of stems in the, after a little while. War League stems after a format library. What happened? How did we go from format library to what we call War League today?
So I had it in my head for a long time. Like I said in the beginning, like I already seen that there was a lack of, presence of teams, of collaborators, competition, just rivalries, competing, shit talking. Like there was a hole missing in the format, and I wanted to fill it. And I already knew how to do it. Like, we need a war league. We need to bring this war and stuff back. We need to do it a little bit more competitively. We could do it more officially, but we got to bring it back. We don't got to bring it back like DGZ had it. I told him, like, I got a plan for it. Like, so let me make this a format library thing. And that's what it was supposed to be. War League was supposed to be hosted on the Format Library Discord and the Format Library website. Me, I'm always been the type to like buck authority. I got a problem with authority. I got a problem with moderators, people online, just like power flexing, just, things ain't always that serious, man. This format been out since 2005. Most of us are grown men. I don't know. I just don't think, a lot of times you just let the conversation flow. Like, people get too sensitive about things. But me and Jazz ended up falling out because he just got a little too, I would say, out of pocket with the way he was moderating his server. Like, just the smallest little personal things. And from there, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Not only am I going to bring the War League back, but that was also kind of me bucking another authority figure. It was also like, me rebelling against Format Library, against Jazz, against, GoFormat.com, against all these Go servers that don't really let us do our thing. I never really been the type to be cool with like censorship and just not being able to express yourself, like not being able to talk shit, people trying to mute you for saying the smallest little things. I understand like real personal stuff and out of pocket stuff got to be handled, but people were getting muted for just nonsense. I was getting muted for nonsense. I was getting banned for nonsense. So War League, as it was, as it is right now, not only was it my way of bringing all those missing pieces back to the format that we needed, it was also my way to rebel. It's rebellious in nature.
And that is how a lot of great things start. A lot of great things start from that. And you're obviously a creative mind, because I know you have a very, the layout of War League, everything's done to a very specific way. You had a vibe that you wanted to bring, and you did a really good job of doing that. The branding of War League is exceptional. How'd you, were you sitting down with pen and paper drawing this out? Was it just in your head and you just brought it to life? What did those earliest days of building it sort of entail?
It was in my head. Like I'm always been like big on brands. Like I'm into branding, I'm into aesthetics. I'm just into those things that attract you into like a market, that attract you into a community. Like this I can spot the little things. Like everything I like is for a reason. The shoes I wear, I'm a sneakerhead. You know, I like my nice clothes. I like my nice merchandise, my technology, like, but it's all about the branding to me, the aesthetics. Like I understand what makes a good brand. You know, I've always, even to this day, I'm, working on creating my own brand these days anyway. So War League was kind of my way of just like getting some of that creativity just out in the public, because I'm kind of sensitive about my shit. I'm kind of secretive about the way I go about branding, the stuff that I'm taking serious, that, I may want to eventually monetize and get money from, and, really try to invest in. War League was my way to like put some of those, not really ideas, but just the vision, just clean looking vision, just how I imagined a brand that I would create. It was just like my test of doing that.
Cool. That makes
so I'm real picky. I'm real sensitive about it. I like things the way they are. I mean, I like things a certain way. I don't like my shit to be fucked with. If I think something's ugly, I'm gonna let you know. If I think it don't work, it don't match. If I think it's too much, I'm just gonna tell you about it. Like, this ain't it. This ain't what this was for. This ain't what I envisioned when I made this place. It's all about simplicity. Clean looking. Discords these days are just, man, I done joined a few Discords, and just for like some events, some tournaments, and I ain't in none of them no more because they too fucking ugly to look at. I can't stand them.
Oh, I highly agree. Some of the Discords, I'm not going to name any on here, but some of the ones that we both know are fucking ugly. It's just like a mess.
Oh my goodness, bro. Like, oh, bro, it makes me irrationally mad. I'm not even going to lie. It's probably super irrational for me to be so upset about it, but I get really upset when I see an ugly ass Discord.
Well, that's fair. It's it makes me I guess admire is the word I could use, like how just easy to use War League is. Like I'm fucking ADD is ADD is hell. When I go in some of these Discords and there's just so much going on, I go in, my brain goes, what is happening here? And then leave the Discord. If I look on my Discord tab on the side of my screen right now, there's some Discords that have like 20 notifications that I haven't opened in a long time, just because, it's just gross.
Yeah, facts.
War League's done a good job, and you've done a good job of building out the brand.
Yeah, that was always my vision. I've been into a couple of the Go communities, and I feel like they didn't really know what they were doing. They don't understand branding. They don't understand how to make something attractive, and I feel like I did. So I just took control of the situation,
and you did a good job too. And now the growth of War League, how has it gone? Do you recall how many people or how many teams there were in season 1 compared to now? What was that period of growth like? From the league's got some money in it, there's monetary prizes, teams pay to enter, all that sort of stuff, which I highly agree is needed in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's great. But yeah, what was that growth like from season 1 to where we currently are?
Man, I am not exactly sure how many teams we had season 1. It wasn't a small number. We did cut to a top 8 playoffs. So after the regular season, we had a lot of teams. Like we had all the old school teams coming back just to play. Like they seen what I made, what I created. Rampage came back. Rampage wasn't really a team. We ain't seen some of these guys in a while. Like we got LaBounty playing Go format, interacting in the community. You might see him in a FLC or GFC every now and then, but you ain't really see him in the community. Guys like Anthony Alvarado, KP, like these guys, we've seen them around, but like they weren't really around like that. But once that team aspect came back to the format, it attracted a lot of these old school hitters. And season 1 was fire. Season 1, I don't think it had as many teams we have now. Like, we have a fucking cap on teams these days. 28 teams, and shit, if you wasn't the first 28 to sign up, you out of luck, because we not letting no more in.
Which is a very good spot.
But yeah, we had a respectable number. I'm sorry, but I cannot remember the exact number. But I know we had a regular season and we did cut to a top 8 playoff, so it had to be a decent number still. It definitely wasn't 28, but it was still a respectable number. And those teams were hitters. I'm not gonna lie. We had Overdose, we had Rampage, we had Damage Step, we had LRG, the 400s, we had the hitters. There was so many hitters, so many high-powered teams, and then we had, the guys who just started forming teams because they wanted to compete against us, and that's what it's all about. That's what I made it for. It brought people together. You got teams like Team Bones. They was in season 1, and they've been a team ever since. Like, we're bringing people together. We're making them collaborate. We're making them compete. We're ultimately... What it's doing, and my true goal of even making it, was to improve the player base of the whole format exponentially. Like, just make everybody colder. And I knew how to do that. And I feel like I succeeded in that.
Yeah, mission success for sure. And there's been so many cool things that have, stemmed from it. Even like, I can just speak firsthand. Like, I know the Oz team that we had the last 2 seasons, half of us are like really good mates in real life. A couple of them knew each other in person before the team. I met a few of them during the period we were teaming, like, tripping into the city to see them and stuff. And I've got some real good life friends that have that I never even knew existed prior to War League. We catch up and, fucking drink up and eat up and hit the cards. It's real good fun. And then... Yeah,
man. See, that's good. I love that.
Yeah, man. And then the friendship of it, you're all, you get to the fun stage where you can, talk shit at each other and get the best out of each other and get really hungry to win. And that was one of the things of, WorldGoneMaad playoffs 2 seasons in a row. And it definitely stems from that attitude that we got to build, in a place like War League. It's great.
Yeah, facts, man. That's what it's all about, man. Just get people collabing, competing, and ultimately your team's going to make you better. Your team's pushing you to succeed because they want to succeed. Winning the War League, winning that first season was bragging rights. Like, it was the first season we weren't playing for nothing. And everybody was going hard. Like I said, we had all the old school hitters, all the old school teams. And we were not playing for no Worlds invites. We weren't. I'm pretty sure we weren't charging admission for season 1. Season 1 was free to enter, free to play. I think we had a couple donated prizes, but if I'm not wrong, I could be mistaken. We might have charged season 1, but I don't think we did. I think it was just all for the love of the game, for them bragging rights, and people went hard for it too. And, we 7 seasons strong now, so I'm no longer the owner and stuff like that. But that really don't matter to me. Like War League is still here. That's what matters to me. Like, War League ain't going nowhere. If anything, War League is gonna outlast all these other servers. That's how I feel. Because I feel like if War League dies, the format dies. That's really how I feel.
Agreed. War League's where it's at across the board.
There won't be a GFC, FLCs. Nobody's gonna them no more. If there's not a War League to keep that competitive spirit alive and keep people competing and hungry for, because back before there was the War League, it was nothing going on. There was a FLC every couple months. There was a GFC every couple months, but that's it. There was nothing to do. You could hop on ladder, you could hop on a Discord, talk shit, but there was nothing to do. There was no way to compete. We didn't have nothing. Little small tournaments to pop up here and there, but there was nothing. It was just kind of dead. It was a massive hole, massive void in the community. So, I feel like I feel that. So no matter what, I'm happy about that. I feel like War League is the format. That's how I feel.
Agreed. War League's a great place. I hope it will keep going. It's going to be cool to see where it ends up, really. This sparked a content idea for me too. I made a note on my notepad here. Content idea, season 1 replays. Air a replay in the War League streamer channels and watch them back with a few people. That'll be good fun. Now, WGM, major events that have happened in the War League. Is there a season that really stands out for you? Is there a season where it was just incredibly competitive, or there was put War League into one moment that's happened throughout that time? What would that one moment be?
Season 1 was super competitive for me. That was a season okay, so before the War League existed, I made LRG, which is, basically just a nickname for the 400s. It was the same idea. It was the same idea. I kept the same concepts. My Discord was the same Discord. So we had that team. Our team was getting so cold. We had Lucas killing everything, winning everything. Moxie's came in, became a fucking killer, just started going crazy. He was under our wing. We ain't take no bullshit. We would really push each other in that chat. We really did that shit. We was pushing hard. And we were a really, really good team. And I think we started getting a little too good for our own good. And we tried to take it to War League. We tried to bring on, even another star player, Ivan. We brought him on with us season 1. And, personalities started clashing, as they do, super competitive team, super competitive players. Personalities just started clashing. And there was a falling out, 4 of them players had left the team all at once, Ivan, Moxies, Lucas, Dingo, they all left same time, left the team. And I was still running the team. We were mid-season. All these guys left for Rampage. That was around the time of that bot incident. And so I was left, trying to pick up the pieces, and I'm still a competitive-minded player. So I found me some more guys, not even guys I knew. I didn't really know nothing about some of these guys. I picked them up, kept the same culture alive, and we made that playoff still. People thought four of their best guys left the team, they're going to be done. But we weren't done. We were still kept the same culture alive. Everything was still pushing, and we were a playoff team. We actually beat that Rampage team. The Rampage team that they left us for. We actually whooped on them. So I think that was my most competitive season, I think. There was a lot of other ones where I really thought we could compete for a championship, but that one actually meant a lot for me because once half my team left, people started counting me out, started gunning for my leadership skills, the culture ain't what he said it was, stuff like that. And, I brought some more guys into the mode, turned them into killers. And some of those guys are some of the best players, right now. It's, MVPs of the league, winning GFCs, winning FLCs, winning Worlds. I've had some of the best players in the format, on my team. 400's LRG has had some of the best formats to ever play this game. The best players to ever play this format.
Beautiful, man.
So I think season 1 was a real challenge for me. And, I love a challenge. I take that shit. I take it and I run with it. I love the challenge. I love the hate. They was hating, and that's what it's about. They was talking shit to me, and motherfucker like me, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna just take that shit talk, and then all you doing is fueling me, fuel on the fire, bring the fire out.
And then you get the fuel, and then you get the shit talking abilities back once you've proved them wrong.
Exactly. And then from there, even after that crazy season 1, they thought we were done. 400s was a playoff team. You knew we was making the playoffs. Every season, playoffs. And then, a couple seasons into there is when the Damage Step 400s rivalry came back into play. We started competing against each other then. So yeah, season 1 was definitely was definitely like a challenge for me, and I love a challenge. So I say that was probably the most competitive season. We weren't really playing for nothing, just playing for them straight bragging rights.
Oh man, this settles it. I'm going to do a full series on the season 1 replays. This is too good.
Yeah, man.
I'll have to hunt some down.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I think we lost the replays to season 1.
Damn.
Yes. Unfortunately, like we got the archives in the scoreboard channel going all the way up to season 2, but these guys ain't listening to me, man. See, that's what I be saying. Like I be knowing what I be talking about. I told them what to do. I told them keep every replay in the same exact channel. Because otherwise, if you start making a channel for season 1, a channel for season 2, a channel for season 3, if War League sticks around, we gonna have 1 million channels, and we don't need all that. I said on a season by season basis, you could just change the channel name. Season 1, you could put a little divider in it. You know, season 1, big bold letters. You know, when Sids like to do the little lines. Insidious.
No, I can't believe it. That sucks so bad.
Like, yes. So they started doing multiple channels. I tried to archive it. I did archive it. Before I deleted it, before it got deleted, I did archive it. I had it on my iPad. I had every single replay. But there was an incident. I ended up losing my original iPad. I lost a lot of downloads and stuff I had on that iPad, and the file I had for all those season 1 replays, I think is completely lost.
Damn, that's sad, man. Oh man.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad because it would be fun to go through all those season 1 replays because that's where it was at. It is sad. I told them, man, they should have just listened to me, man. When I be saying something, I be knowing what I be talking about, man.
Oh man, I wonder if we'll be able to. I wonder if we can make a list of some players and see if they can dig him up on their DB somewhere, just like even a handful of them.
Yeah, you know, something like that. At least the playoffs, like we, you know, in the announcements, we still got the playoffs, so you can see exactly who played who. You can see the dates. You can see the teams. Just straight from the announcements, you can at least get season 1 playoffs. That'll be easy.
I'm gonna source that. I'm gonna source that over the next few days for sure.
Yeah, that's something you could definitely get. But as for the regular season, I think those are gone. You might get a handful, you know, from here or there, like, oh, I remember this one. I remember this replay. I saved this replay because it was really good. But ultimately, they're lost.
Oh, man. We'll get the playoffs. That'll at least be cool to look back on.
Yeah, the playoffs can definitely be found because we have the dates. We have everything. We have everything you need to look for to pinpoint exactly who played who, all that. Yeah. You could definitely do the playoffs.
That'd be good. I'm going to do a season. I'm going to do like a series on YouTube of them. That'll be awesome. I'll get a few people on for them as well. It'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be dope, actually.
Now, WGM, there's a topic. I was like, people will say if you have WGM on the pod and we don't speak about this crazy episode that happened 1 or 2 seasons ago, I'm crazy. So I want to dig into some crazy shit that happened 1 or 2 seasons.
No.
The Coop. The Coop, as you can see, you go back to that period of time, you can see I was against the Coop from the start. I thought it was the craziest shit I'd ever seen. What the hell happened in your perspective? Man,
I don't know, man. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm a very self-aware person, man. I know I rub people the wrong way. I just don't give a fuck, man. I really don't. I don't really care, man. I am who I am. At least I'm not fake. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I may be abrasive and I may rub people the wrong way and I make people, you know, sometimes, you know, not a lot, sometimes people, you know, they get in their feelings and they don't really, you know, they feel some type of way about me. But at least I'm keeping it real. The same way I act online, same way I act in person. Like you could ask Alvarado, ask Moxie's, ask Betsy, ask Kareem. They've all met me. They know I'm the same, man. I'm the same. It's not a troll. I'm not no troll. I ain't no internet troll. I ain't on the internet just role playing, acting like somebody I'm not. You know, I'm just keeping it real. But I understand. I'm not for everybody, bro. I rub people the wrong way. And then, you know, over the years, people see me in a position of power, position of authority, you know, they start feeling some type of way. If you've been plying on me, bro, since DGZ, bro, a lot of this shit is DGZ bleed over hate. A lot of the hate I get in my eyes still comes back from those duelist grounds days. But at the end of the day, you know, I may have pressed a couple people and they started plying on me, started plying on the league. I'm not gonna lie, I think people have been out for the league ever since it got made. Like, they don't want it to exist. I think they hate the league. They hate that it exists. I think it threatens some of the other communities. Even though it shouldn't, I think it's definitely seen like that.
Oh, for
like
sure.
They see it as a real threat. Like, what's going on in War League is taken away from what we had going on. Like, people do talk in the other servers, GoForMaad.com, Format Library. They're not dead. We didn't kill those servers. People still talk. There's still discussions being had. But when people want to come have real discussions about real things, whether it's about the game, whether it's about Go Format, whether it's about Yu-Gi-Oh, it could be about life. It could be about anything. It could just be about nonsense. But people are going to come to the War League for that. And before War League existed, there was no other place for those conversations to be had. You know, a lot of these sites were always, you know, super censored, super sensitive, super controlling, control what you say, control the topics of the flow, you know, and they see War League and they hate it. It's a threat to them, bro. And I understand it. When I first created this, bro, I was gunning for them. I'm not gonna lie. I was gunning for them. I wanted everything to be in War League. I had a plan. Before I stepped down as war chief and I stepped down as the owner. Two separate situations. But before that, I had a real plan, bro. I had a fucking blueprint. Like, we gonna do it like this, and then we gonna do it like this, and eventually we gonna introduce a major, and then we gonna introduce this a nationals. We gonna have our own worlds. Like, I was gunning for the whole establishment, bro. I'm a rebel. That's what I was doing. That's what the whole thing was about. I was gunning for the whole establishment. But the little coup that happened, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how anybody got behind that. I don't know what people were thinking, bro. Like, we were like, what, 5 seasons in?
Yep.
Or 6 seasons in? We had 5 successful seasons. We earned our world championship invites because it was so successful, because we had so many competitive players, GFC winners, FLC winners, vouching, you know, coming out. They don't even speak like that, but they were speaking on War League, on the value that it provides to the community, to the format, to the player base as a whole. And they had no choice. They had to give us the invites. And I don't know, people don't like the way I ran it. People don't like the way I think people just didn't like that I couldn't be that. How you gonna censor the owner of the league? And they felt like I was untouchable or something. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think I was that bad. You know, I don't think I really did nothing for anybody to even really feel some type of way about. I checked some people if they started acting weird, and maybe that, because as soon as you move weird around me, I'm gonna come for your neck. I'm not satisfied with you know, doing some internet power flexing thing. I'm not gonna mute you. I'm not gonna time you out. I'm not gonna kick you, ban you. I'm going to, like, come at your whole existence. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. I'm gonna tell you why you weird or whatever the problem was. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm probably not gonna stop until I'm satisfied. You know. So, yeah, I will. You know, that's the thing with me. You know what they say about me. I got infinite stamina, bro. That's what they say.
They do.
And I guess that's true, bro. Once I got someone in my in my scope, once I see someone as a target, once I see that you've been moving weird, like, I'm gonna come at you and I'm not gonna stop. But I don't know, that's always been me. It ain't really been, to cause no harm. It's just been because I feel something is right and I take it real seriously. And I'm just that type of person, bro. But ultimately, the wrong guy took it the wrong way, started plotting behind the scenes, got a couple of my own war chiefs behind him. I don't know how, bro. I really don't understand it, bro. The Discord was ugly. The name was ugly. Their PowerPoint presentation was stupid. Like, nothing, bro. There was nothing attractive about that PGL shit except WGM is not the owner. That's the only thing. Like, there was nothing. I don't know what people were thinking. I think if I didn't do what I did and give ownership of the server to Anthony Alvarado, I think that PGL shit would have ultimately killed off the league and there would be no league. Mm-hmm. I don't even think they would make it past their season 1. I don't think it. I don't believe it. They said the same thing about War League, but that's different. I do not see that as a successful project, and I don't know what people were thinking, but it was close, bro. We almost lost the league.
Yeah, I was.
It was close.
Not that I have much of a large influential voice in this server or area, but I spoke against it from the get-go. I thought it was just the weirdest move ever. And I'll tell you what, I think it was. So this is looking from a somewhat external point of view. They've got these storylines about War League. It's extremely toxic. Blah 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 blah. And then, of course, there's no denying that yourself is a controversial character because, like you were mentioning, you believe what you believe and you'll make it known, which is a good character trait in my opinion. But some people,
I'm just a rock.
Yeah, some people come in, they don't understand the context of what's going on, and they just sometimes see a couple of slabs of text potentially from WorldGoneMaad and the person you're going back and forth with, and they don't take the time to understand the point of view, and then they just claim it's toxic and you just go on them for no reason. That's what I see from an external point of view. Even myself in the early seasons, I'd be like, oh, what's, WGM is, what's he going on about now? But as I've spent time in Discord, I've read your stuff, man. I came to understand the context of different things, and it's not like that at all. And I think there's just a false storyline out there, which ultimately led to all the people sheeping together for an idea. Because most people went at that with the idea of, I'm just going to play where everybody else plays, and that was the sheep level
exactly
that most took into it without looking into it into a deeper point of view. The people listening, I'd be interested, of course, to hear your takes in the comments. The ones who are pro PGL, what do you think now? Are you glad that it didn't move? Because I don't know what the future could have held if it split like that. It was a crazy thing to even progress. These people are too bored, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, bro, I was never in it for the power. Like, I had control of the league because I felt like I needed to be controlled, not because I wanted the power. I ain't use no power. Ain't nobody really get banned. You had to really do some fucked up shit for me to ban you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got muted. Nobody got timed out. Nobody got power abused. Like, nothing like that, bro. I wasn't doing that to people. I ain't like the past years in other servers, other communities where it was done, and I was trying to do things different. We're all adults. We all grown adults here. I feel like, let the shit work itself out. The community should be able to mod itself. That's how I originally planned for the league to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was gonna be modded, but it was gonna be modded by the community. If somebody came in, like, talking some suspect shit, some bullshit, the community would have had a culture where we would have been like, nah, we don't do that here, bro. Get that shit up out of here. Like, you in the wrong place. I don't know where you thought you was. I don't know where you thought you was, but the league ain't that. But ultimately, people wanted moderation. I don't know. But, you know, I'm fine with it. I was never in it for power. As far as I'm concerned, as long as the league is here, I don't need to be in no type of staff position. The only thing I care about is don't fucking ugly up the shit. I got it looking a certain way. I got it branded a certain way. Don't fuck up my brand. Like, y'all can have all the power of the league. Just don't fuck up my branding. That's it. I'm super sensitive about my shit. I made it how I made it. Just don't fuck that up and we good. Y'all can have the server. Y'all can run the league. You know, I don't need to be no staff member. I don't need to be none of that. I really never wanted to, bro. I ain't even that type of person. I just felt like I had to be. And the community, I wouldn't even say it's the community. You know, it was a handful of people who made it a big deal. So, you know, before the league would get moved, I would definitely give that shit up, which is what I did, bro. I gave it up. I ain't got no regrets. I really ain't got no regrets about giving it up. I ain't wanted to begin with. Too much drama, dealing with a bunch of grown men and they drama. That ain't for me. I can make hard decisions. I'm good at that. But at the end of the day, I didn't make this shit to be in charge of nobody. That's not what I made it for. So as long as the league is here, as long as it's still following the branding, the path that I set, the path that I envisioned for it, that's what it's all about, bro. I'm still, you know, War League for life, man. I'm in the War League more than I'm in any other Go community.
Yeah, man. I guess on that note, so it leads me into what's on for the upcoming season for WGM. 400s. You haven't run 400s back last year or this year. You're on a new team now. I think it's Legends. Are you going to be taking a coaching role? Are we going to see you on the field a fair bit? What's on for WorldGoneMaad this season?
Oh yeah, man. You know, I had a nice little break. So the 400s had a bunch of hard seasons, bro. Like, being a captain of such a competitive team, like, that shit was draining, bro. That shit took a lot out of us, took a lot out of me. I needed a break, bro. So I stepped back. I didn't play in the league at all last season. I stayed in the community a little bit, you know, just try to keep up with what's going on, not try to fall too far behind. But I took a nice long break, and I'm still taking a break from, you know, running a team because I haven't brought the 400s back. Kareem posted a logo, that Legend logo. And I was like, bro, this shit looks so fucking cold. I'm like, I gotta join this team. Put me on this team, bro. I'm on the team for the logo alone. I ain't know who was on the team. I ain't know who was on the roster. I ain't care. It could be a bunch of nobodies. I was like, I need to be on this team with this logo. So, you know, from there, me and Kareem, we've been talking. You know, he stay in my city, so, you know, we've been meeting up at the locals. We met up with Alvarado, Moxies, and them when they was playing a Lorcana tourney. You know, we all chopped it up. And, you know, we've been getting cool ever since. So, you know, double whammy. I was in it for the logo, but me and Kareem, that's my guy now. So, you know, I'm happy to help him out with his second team that he's making. He's always had the Ox. I think the Ox been a team for like 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Yep. But
he wanted to make another team, and, you know, I'm happy to you know, lend my experience. You know, I'm taking his guys. I brought some of my guys who kind of, you know, missed some of that energy that we had on our old teams that they wasn't really getting on, you know, any of the new teams they've been playing on. You know, my guy Lucas, he was already telling me, like, yeah, he was still in the league. I don't even know what team he was on last season, but he was like, yeah, man, it's not the same. So we all back on the gens now, feel me? And, you know, hopefully I'm gonna take these guys, I'm gonna help them out. I feel like I've already helped them out a little bit. You know, they helping me out. They keeping me, you know, they helping me get back into the format. Because there was a point in time where I thought I was going to quit. Like last 2 seasons, I was really trying. I really might have taken a step away. But, you know, Kareem brought me to locals. He got me on this team now. I'm starting to get my passion for the format back a little bit. I've been doing my thing again. I've been deck building again. I'm helping the team out, trying to guide, you know, the newer players, trying to show them, you know, not even really, you know, show them how to play, what to do, stuff like that. I'm more like a mindset guy. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm more like, I could give you the attitude. I give you the mindset. I could give you that platform, and then you stand on that platform and you do your thing. You know, I can help you with the game too, but like, if I can fix your mindset, you got everything else. And, you know, the team itself, just helping them get more organized, helping them get more competitive, bring that fire into them, you know, give them a little bit of attitude. I think all this stuff, you know, I was helping them recruit players, both teams, not even just the law. I helped Ox recruit players. I helped fill the rest of the Gen roster. You know, not taking credit, you know, that both of these are Kareem's teams. Kareem, Art, though, they, you know, they're the captains. I'm not the captain of either one. I don't want to be the captain. That was the whole thing. If I had to be a captain, I would not be on a team right now, because I got drained out. I got burnt out of trying to lead a team to where we need to be. I do like doing that, but I like the role I'm playing right now. I'm like LeBron, man. I got Austin Reeves and Luka next to me right now. I don't gotta do nothing. I just gotta instill fear. I just gotta give him some attitude. Just give him a little bit of experience, man. Just give him that experience that I've had going back to 2017. You know, show him how to think like winners. You know, I can make anybody good, bro. I feel like I've always been able to do that. I've taken a lot of guys who ain't really done nothing in the format, and I've just put them, not even like I'm the one who showed them, like I made them better at the game. I just showed them how to make themselves better. And I feel like that's what I know how to do. I could put you into an environment where you are going to get the most out of your own competitive drive. Cause you gotta drive yourself. I can't spoon feed you. I can't nobody make you good. You can be up in Ivan's DMs all day, every day. He can't make you good. I can't make you good. Anthony Alvarado can't make you good. You got to make yourself good. I could give you little things. I could give you a platform to stand on. I could put you around the right people. I could put you around the right environments to drive yourself, but ultimately it's up to your own drive. So I'm here. I'm rocking with the lie, with the Gens. You know, we got a nice logo. We got a nice team. Team's looking fire. Kareem's doing his thing. He's super organized. He's doing a lot. I wasn't even doing some of the stuff he's doing for the 400s. Like, he's breaking stuff down. I really appreciate that. So, you know, in the future, if I do decide to bring the 400s back, I'm gonna take some stuff from him. He gonna take some stuff from me. I'm gonna take some stuff from him. At the end of the day, that's what the World League is about. You know, collabing, taking pieces that you gain from others, from your peers, and then making them to your own. So it's gonna be a fun season. I'm having fun. Season ain't even started. I feel like my passion for the format is back a little bit. I'm deck building again, so I built the best deck in the format already.
Oh man, bring it on.
You know, I just can't wait to, you know, show and tell, show and prove. Feel me?
Bring it on. It's gonna be a good season. I'm keen to see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm the whole thing. It's a lot of fun having right now. It's not a lot of stress.
Good.
A lot of seasons with 400s was fun. It was a lot of stress, man. We was too good. So when we ain't make it as far as we know we could have, that shit was stressful, man. It was fucking hard to deal with, bro. We were way too good. So them hard seasons took a toll on us, bro. But you know, A lot of my guys since then have gone on to do things, won championships, won worlds. That team has had 3 world championships on it, 3 world champions. My guy Purple, my guy Danny, my guy Ludo, they all, I didn't have a team last season, and they all grouped with their fellow Italians, and they won the league last season. Even Leo P, he was on 400s too. So like 4 of them guys who were on the 400s won the championship last season. So I like shit like that, bro. I like seeing people come from where I put them, and then they take little things from me, and they use their own drive with a little bit of the attitude I gave them, and they go on to do, better things.
Yes, I just filmed with Purple 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned there was a few of his all known each other. Those Italians all went through the 400s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
it was 4 of them. Leo P, Purple, Danny, and Ludo. They was them was all 400 affiliates.
Oh, and then they took out the prestigious War League grand final winners. They fucking killed it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they had the finals against our lifelong rivals, the Damage Steppers. And I was in the chat just egging it on, doing my instigating, talking my shit. Oh, I loved it. Last season, just being in the chat, just seeing them do their thing, just seeing that rivalry still come into play, even though it was 2 different teams. Even Damage Stab was a whole different team than the team we was rivaled up against, but it was still in the air, and that's like a culture thing. And just the fact that exists still, I don't know. That's what I love, bro. That's what it's all about to me. I love that shit, bro. I love little things that get ingrained into the culture.
Oh yeah, and they're there forever now. It's been great.
Yeah, that's forever. That's a forever rivalry. That shit ain't going nowhere.
LA v DMG this season will be a fun watch if you're in the same conference. I actually don't know.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully I'm gonna be taking the Gens, the Lie, into the playoffs. I don't miss the playoffs. If I enter the league, I'm making the playoffs, man. I'm a pretty consistent war leaguer. I think the season before I stepped down, took a break, was like my worst season ever, but I've had pretty good seasons, 1 through 4, 1 through 5, whatever it was. Even as an individual player, I was doing my thing. When my team needed me, I put them on my back, and I'm gonna do the same for the Gens. I'm not just on here coasting. I'm gonna put in the same work. I'm gonna put in everything I put in with my own team. I'm gonna give to them. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be competitive.
Hell yeah.
A lot of new teams, a lot of new things going on.
And on that note, who's your estimate? That's the wrong word. Who do you foresee winning the War League this season? Who's your guess if you had to lock one in?
Like what team?
Yeah, if you had to put it on one team, you had to bet your life on one team taking out the grand final this year, who would you put it on?
Okay. So I took a look at a lot of these rosters. I think the coldest looking team on paper is Nicey's team. Like on paper, like just so you look at the team, you're like, okay, this is who we're competing against right now. I think the Casino Royale, I think that's their name. Mm-hmm. I think that's the coldest on paper team. Like very similar to, when Overdose had a team. That's the team to beat right now. But do I think they're gonna win the league? Nah, because they gotta get past me. They gotta get past the Gens first. They gotta get past the Lie, and we not gonna let it happen. If I have anything to say about it, I'm gonna make that team crumble from the inside because we gonna beat them so bad.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna have Nicey and Ivan in the free agency, leaving for other teams week 3. If I have anything to say about it, they ain't even gonna make it to the end of the season. Nah, but truth be told, that's the team to beat this season, I would say. Not the team I think is gonna win, because I'm gonna get that to my team. If I'm on a team, like that's how you got to go into it. If I don't think my team's gonna win, then I'm giving my own team a disservice.
True. I have hold similar beliefs. I think the big koalas are taking it out in our conference. And then I think,
hey, I'm not gonna lie, I love the Oz. The Oz have always been one of my favorite teams until y'all made a certain. I know what you're gonna say. Until y'all recruited a certain person on that team. That I promise you, I'm sure I've said it like more than a handful of times in the chat. I've always loved the Oz team, the Australian team. You'll never catch me in Australia, but I fuck with y'all.
The Australian team, we go hard.
I'm keeping my eye on y'all because y'all got some sketchy people on that team now, or at least one sketchy person. You know who I'm talking about. I ain't even gonna give, bro. I'm not gonna put his name in this video. He ain't already made too many. He ain't already made too many YouTube videos, man. He ain't getting another name drop from me.
Oh shit! Yep. Oh shit! I had to do some research.
But no, I've always fucked with the koalas, the Oz, the Australians.
Big koalas.
Y'all be surviving all kind of stuff, you know, on the mainland. Y'all can handle the league any day.
That's it. The league's a walk in the park.
Y'all, yeah, walk in the park, man. You probably got some crazy spiders crawling right next to you right now.
Oh yeah, my mum.
While we interviewing,
my fucking mum called me the other day and she's like, "What are you doing? I need you to come out here." She lives about 20 minutes away, and I said, "I'm fucking busy. What do you need?" She said, "There's a spider the size of my." She's terrified of them. She's like, "There's a spider the size of my fucking hand on the wall," and that's all the swearing, of course.
Oh yeah,
and we swear every.
Fuck that.
Word. So I said,
bro, everything in Australia has evolved to kill humans. I don't know what y'all did to piss off God, bro. But god damn, you ain't never gonna catch me. I'm never going to Australia, bro. Ever.
Oh man.
So I've always fucked with y'all as a team. The league ain't nothing for y'all, man. Y'all be fighting wars every day of y'all damn life. Y'all go outside fighting wars against the fucking forces of nature.
I remember we were camping one time with the family, right? And there were some kids and little dogs and, some family had little dogs and shit like that. And we walk outside and there's these goannas. They're basically these massive-ass lizards. They got a fucking ugly head on them, big, and they got claws the size of human fingers just about. And it's about fucking 5 meters away from the camp we walk out. Like those things will snap a dog up, no worries. It was it was always fun things.
Yeah, man.
Snakes and paddocks and all that.
Yeah, y'all build different, man. I'll give it to y'all for that. Y'all build different for living there, bro. So I've always kept my eye on y'all in the league. But yeah,
let's hope this season
it's gonna be fun.
It is.
It's gonna be competitive. A lot of new teams, a lot of new players. You know, some of the old heads, the old bloods, the old guards have taken a step back, you know, just like I did last season. People need a break. The league can be very stressful, very draining sometimes. Not even like, you know, not nothing going on in the chat. Just how competitive it is, bro. Like we are not really playing for nothing. Like no one joins the league to win an invite to the World Championship. No one's joined the league to win that little $500 and split it between 8 people, bro. We in it for the love of the game, bro. We in it for the bragging rights. Yep. And people go so hard that it can be stressful, bro. It can be draining. It can burn you out. So we got a lot of people stepping down. We got a lot of new teams stepping up. We got a lot of new players stepping up. We gonna see some new names killing it. We gonna see some old names killing it. You know, we gonna see some old heads fall. Maybe some old heads, you know, get their rise back, get their fire back. You never know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting season. So I'm just glad the War League's still here. We still rocking. If I have anything to say about it, if I have anything to do about it, bro, we gonna be here. We gonna outlast everybody else. Infinite stamina.
Infinite. Oh, man.
Infinite stamina, bro.
WGM, it has been an absolute fucking blast having you on here. Do you have any final shout-outs before we wrap the episode?
Shout out to Kareem, man. He kind of brought me back into the format, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. So shout out to that man, Kareem, because if he ain't invite me to locals and he ain't put me back on, if he ain't just, he kind of sparked my passion back into the game, bro. So shout out to Kareem. I got my son behind me talking now. They was being quiet the whole interview, but now I got my son behind me wondering what I'm doing, wondering why I'm taking so long. But yeah, shout out to Kareem, shout out to the gens, shout out to everyone who ever rep the 400s, whoever rep LRG. Shout out to Anthony Alvarado for taking control, even though he ain't really around no more. You know, he doing his Lorcana thing, bro, trying to be the king of games. He trying to win every game that ever came out. But, you know, if it weren't for these people, you know, you never know what would have happened to the league, bro. So, shout out to anybody who fucks with me, bro. Middle fingers to anybody who don't.
That's a beautiful finishing line, my friends. Thanks for jumping on, WGM. It has been a pleasure to have you here.